Raquel, how does it feel? I mean, being able to have the boys for your team to be able to get back in position and let Cole have a chance for that field goal?
You know, it feels great. I'm just happy that we got it done. You know, that second half, that fourth quarter, we grinded. We put everything that we've been through this season together and worked with each other and complimented each other. And, you know, it's an amazing feeling.
Jacoby, just tell us about your game. You have a touchdown to start the second half on a 10-yard run, and just the poise of your offense to be able to carry out that last drive.
Definitely. I think we had, an Army football drive, kind of getting back to our basics, what we do really well. Zone dive and then zone option, just working on that. And then there's really never a doubt in our mind. We knew what we had to do coming out of halftime. We had to get the offense going. Defense was making plays, and we had to make more plays ourselves. So that was on the back of my mind, just make more plays, and eventually that's what we did.
Just maybe comment on Jabari going into that last drive after what he's been through in his career. Hadn't played in a while, going out and be able to execute that drive.
I mean, I don't know, there's a lot of great stories in college football, but I really don't think, there's much more that are better than that. Just all Jabari's hard work that goes unseen, that's seen. And just for him to go out like that, a minute and 30 when I know so many people counted us off that, there's no way they're going to march down the field with that type of offense. But he led the offense to perfection, got us into field goal range with some really great plays, and then Cole just made it.
Other questions in the room? Joe Iacono, go ahead.
Joe Iacono with GoBlackKnights.com. Congratulations on the win, guys. Great win, obviously. Marquel, you had a lot of big plays on defense, just coming up play after play. One of the ones I noticed was on the fourth down stop you guys made in the third quarter. Even though you didn't make the tackle, I thought you did an amazing job setting the edge there and turning the play back in. Can you tell me two things about that play? One, what you saw and what you did to get upfield so quick, and number two, it really seemed like the momentum of the game changed on that play, and that the whole Army team got a huge jolt out of that play.
Yeah. So actually said he had basically knocked our D-line over, and when he did that, I knew that I didn't have it like an actual man, and that I could really just go in and just set the edge. And so without him doing that, I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do that. But we're just going through my mind, like, all right, it's 4th and 1, we got to get a stop, make a play. I think it was a tight end coming at me. I'm like, all right, here we go, set the edge, and that's just what I did.
That was awesome. Jacoby, fullbacks seem to really be having a big night all night long. You guys had a lot of success. Offensive line was getting a lot of good push. Can you tell me about what you think made the fullback dive so successful tonight?
Definitely. I think you kind of just touched on it. The offensive line was doing a really good job all night of just pushing their gaps and picking up the blitzers. And, for me, they made the holes, a lot easier to read. Certain cutbacks, they blocked their man perfectly. So, that's kind of like our basic, the zone dive. And, when the offensive line gets movement like that, it's pretty easy for me.
Thanks.
Ken McMillan.
Marquel, congratulations. What does this feel like for the senior class to be able to pull this off?
Well, I mean, I'll just speak for them. They were very happy. They're very excited. We've came close to beating, I think, 3 Power 5 teams as they've been here. To finally do it. It's a great feeling, and they're excited. They're down there still probably yelling and screaming and listening to music and jumping around. So, it feels great for me. So I know it feels even better for them, knowing that this was their last game.
Did you guys learn something from those games against Wisconsin and Wake Forest that helped you today? Did it boost your confidence that, hey, we can do this?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say, yeah, it gives you that courage, and, you stop doubting yourself because, a lot of people on this team were doubted in the recruiting process. We come together and we make a team, and we come together and we build a family, and really, like, the brotherhood that we talk about, it's real, everyone on this team. And so, like, once you, like, come together and you actually beat the people that doubt you, it feels amazing.
Any others in the room?
Could you?
Oh, go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, could you also, I know Jacoby mentioned it, but could you talk about Jabari Law and pulling that off? I mean, Army, you've had long drives before, but they're usually because there was one huge play that busted it open. But this was a sustained drive in such a short period. Give me your appreciation of what Jabari and the rest of those guys pulled off.
Well, we practiced this, I've seen Jabari Laws do that to our defense during practice, and I just let up a touchdown, so I was kind of nervous. But when I seen that the offense was going out, everyone kept telling me, like, we're good. They're going to make it happen. And when I seen Jabari Laws on there, I'm like, yep, I've seen him do it before. I know he can do it again.
And could you just take me to the last play, Cole's kick? Where were you? What was going through your head? Tell me the emotion of seeing it go through.
I was just praying to God that I didn't just lose the game for us and that he would make this kick. And, that's where I was. And when it went through, I was just, I don't know, I just took a knee and I was like, man, it happened. And, it was an amazing feeling, and I'm just thankful that it did.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Jacoby. Thanks, Markwell.
Ready?
One more for Jacoby?
Sure.
Jacoby, just you had a very good game, 129 yards for the fullbacks. That was like 100 yards more than against Navy. How did you go from the Navy game to here to preparing for today as a fullback group?
Yeah, I think, going up against Navy is exactly like going up against our defense. They're really well coached. They see the fullback dive probably every day in practice and then playing Air Force. But I guess going up like Mizzou, who doesn't really necessarily see the fullback dive, who hasn't really greased up on the triple option, it kind of just allows us to run more of our base plays against them.
Thank you. Congratulations.
All right. Thanks, Jacoby.
And what are your thoughts about the game today? And having your two colleagues there sitting side by side who carried the plan out.
Yeah, well, first off, I'm feeling fine. Just tweaked my ankle a little bit, just twisted it. I probably could have went back out there, but I thought that, TT would probably be a better fit for us for the rest of the game. But just overall, just very proud of the team, the effort we put in. I think the most satisfying thing is just seeing these two being able to play and put in work and just, kind of manifesting that the last game having, just these two being able to play and put in significant snaps and just being able to play the way that they did. And, I was able to trust that TT was going to, play as well as he did. And I knew when Jabari went in the game that he was going to play well. So it was just an awesome feeling, just all of us being able to play.
Talk about the touchdown pass that you had to Walters. That was an excellent play call.
Yes, sir. So we rep that in practice. But first, I like the just excellent play call by Coach Davis, excellent protection by the line, and a great route by Brandon. We work it in practice. It was either Brandon or get it with my feet, and Brandon was open, and, I did my best to make the best pass I could.
Who's the best passer of you three?
One of them two.
Just ask Jabari, how did it feel to go back out on the field? You haven't been on the field in a while. Had to be very satisfying after what you've been through in your career in this season. And just what were you thinking when you went out there on some of the plays? You got the two completions to Isaiah and then setting up the field goal attempt.
Oh, yes, sir. Just grateful for the opportunity. I knew the whole team trusted me, and with that great responsibility. It's I'm still going through the emotions, sir. And who I do it for is like the guys in the quarterback room. They've been through with me, like through the thick and thins, and I can't thank them enough, because like without them I wouldn't be here right now. And like these two, they really pushed me through my darkest days, and like just seeing them ball out and me also having an opportunity to show what I can do, we'll always remember this.
Tally was going to make the field goal. Is that correct in your mind?
Oh yes,
Oh,
sir.
100%.
Yes, sir. It's a regular Tuesday practice for us, sir. And we knew if we got down there that the Coach Tally was going to drill it.
Joe Iacono?
Hey guys, this is for really any of the three of you who wants to take it, or all three of you. Joe Iacono with GoBlackKnights.com, pointing to Christian. So I guess you could take it. Just I've interviewed all three of you throughout the season, and you all commented on how tight the quarterback room is, the uniqueness of the situation at Army this year. I've been watching a lot of football for a long time, and I don't recall ever seeing three quarterbacks who played such significant minutes throughout the season. And Christian, you kind of hit on it a little earlier on Ken's question. Just the fact that when you had to go out, that Tyre and Jabari would be able to kind of take over and do whatever they needed to do when their number was called and the time was right. I mean, other than the stuff you guys have maybe talked about all season, anything you think that maybe has made this so successful when so many other teams, can't do this, and you always hear, oh, if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have any, and all this other gobbledygook that probably isn't true?
Yeah, I think it just starts with our relationship off the field too. We're all very close off the field. We've gone out multiple times, and I think that kind of helps us out when it comes to playing football as well. There's never any animosity towards any of the quarterbacks, whoever's in. We all wish nothing but success for whoever's playing the game, and I think that's kind of a struggle for other teams, is that they have a guy who just wants to be the guy and wants to have success, their individual success. And when it comes to us, we want the team to win, and whoever gives the team the best chance to win is who we're going to be rooting for. And if it's TT or Jabari, I'm going to be rooting for them. I'm going to be coaching them up, telling them what I see, and I know they do the same for me. So I think that's why it works.
Yeah, I would like to add on that too. I'm sorry. I think what really makes it happen is our culture. We talk about brotherhood. We're actually brothers, man. Like, I love these two like my mother's sons. There's nothing that can make us closer than that. And we've gone through the thick of it together with fourth quarter warriors in the springtime and spring ball. There's literally nothing that can make us closer.
Ken McMillan?
Guys, congratulations on the win. Quick question for you, Jabari. Is this it for you, or are there hopes of coming back for another year? Or?
Oh, sir, yeah, this is it for me. This is my final game, sir.
All right. So with that in mind, final game of your football career, and coach said, "All right, you're in. Minutes ago, get a score for us." Take us through the emotion of that and your thoughts.
Yes, sir. Like I kind of said earlier, this is a Tuesday practice for us. We practice 1 minute drill a lot, and I trusted the O-line. I trusted the receivers to get open, make plays, and I trusted Coach Davis with the play calling. Coach Worley, he prepares us every day to take mental reps, and when I see CA in 1 minute drill and he's getting his reps, I try to take note of that, and when I'm in, I try to take those notes, the mental notes that I see CA do, and try to apply that to the field in my game.
I imagine there's a lot of emotion, a lot of, pent up pressure, like, I got to get this done. How were you? Were you in your mind? Were you clear? Were you calm? Or were you pumped up for this? Take us through your emotion.
Yes, sir. On the sideline, there's one person I definitely thought of, and that was Maurice Ballon. Calm, cool, collect. He wears those wristbands. He wears 68 and breezy wristbands in practice sometimes. And that was one person I definitely thought of. Is in those type of situations, you definitely want to stay calm, and you want to take control of the offense, because you can't be too hype and you can't be too low. You just have to find that happy medium. That's that 68 and breezy. So I definitely have to credit him a little. And these guys were in my ears, Kay Ballard and Jamel Jones and Bryson Daly as well. They was just breathing confidence into me, and I was just blessed with the opportunity to go out there and do what I had to do.
What was your best play on that drive? Which one was most critical to you or made you most happy?
I would say completing the curl route to Isaiah was definitely be the one that made me most happy. I felt like I kind of got my rhythm, and that we're actually going to do this. You know, that built my confidence right there.
All right, last one for me. Obviously, we know about your career and the injuries and how devastating it was, and to come back to finish your career like this. I mean, this couldn't be more of a storybook ending.
Oh yes, sir. I feel like I'm in a movie right now.
All right.
Who's playing you in Hollywood, by the way?
You said who would play me?
Yeah.
Denzel.
Nah,
I like that.
he's more of a Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. I like that.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, Jabari. Christian, Zaire.
Thank you guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Tell us about what you were thinking about when you went out for that kick and working with the snap and the holder.
Shout out to Brooks and and everybody else, and Ryan and the whole special teams unit. We've really worked hard to become as efficient as possible. And going out there, honestly, my thought process, I couldn't stop thinking about everybody in this brotherhood, because they all mean so much to me, and I would do anything for them, and I know they would do anything for me, and I just love these guys so much, and I'm just really happy.
Eric just asked you about your final game, so successful, big moment. You had a couple of sacks in the game. You had that crucial 3rd and 10 sack that forced Missouri to punt. Just tell us about the game from your perspective.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard-fought game. There's a lot of times that the momentum seemed to go against us, and that's something that we coach and we talk about. Just get that turned back around at the right times during the game, and I think we did a good job as a unit doing that. And it all comes down to the way we prepare week in and week out during the week, understanding what our job is and doing it appropriately. So when the moment comes, we execute.
Did you have any preparation for Brady Cook going in today? Did you have any film to watch in preparation for him playing today?
No.
How do you handle that situation?
Well, it just comes back to the fundamentals, how we play. It's not, our calls aren't designed, no one call is designed for the other team to score a touchdown. It's designed to account for all personnel. So as long as we do our jobs within the scheme of the defense, we should come out on the other end successful.
In your first half, defensively, you held Mizzou as far as the work zone. It's 2 red zone field goals. What does that do for you guys defensively?
I think it does a lot. Of course, we don't want to ever allow a team to get into the position where they can score points at all. But when they get into the red zone and they're not able to complete and get a touchdown, that takes points off the board for them and gives us an opportunity to wherein if we get a score, we're able to go up a couple points, which is a big momentum swing for the game.
Joe Iacono.
Hey guys, congratulations on the win. Joe Iacono with GoBlackKnights.com. Cole, how did you everybody always talks about to be successful in sports, you have to have a short-term memory, right? So what is the process? How do you erase the first half miss when you're going out there to try and make the game winner at the end of the game?
Yes, sir. Well, kicking is it's obviously a huge mental game, and I think back, like, even my freshman year, I had the same situation against Michigan. It was a little bit longer of a kick, but I ended up missing it. And honestly, it's sometimes, like, there's a year there where I would think about that all the time because, I mean, like I said before, these guys mean so much to me that I want to do as well as possible in order for them to succeed. And in this game specifically, and I think this past year, year and a half, I think my mental game has improved a lot, and that is all thanks to Coach Saturnio. Coach Saturnio, during special teams practices and special teams meetings and stuff like that, he really, really emphasizes the importance of the mental game, and he's done so much research into it.
about like we do breathing exercises like Bruce Lee did and things like that. And it sounds kind of funny from the outside looking in, but truly that has seriously impacted my game so much. And he does an amazing job of just staying on our side no matter what. And and you can just feel the love inside the special teams room. And there's always people supporting you. And so ups or downs, I know that room in specific, like I know the whole team does, but that room in specific, I know they have my back. So.
And then on the game-winning field goal, I know right before the kick, Jabari ran to the left to make sure you were set up on the left hash. I could be wrong on this. I don't have a stat sheet in front of me, but I don't believe you've missed from the left hash this year. Am I right? Are you perfect from the left hash?
To be honest with you, I'm not really totally sure on that stat, but I do know there have been multiple times where we've kicked from. And specifically, I remember we've hit like 5 field goals from the 33-yard line on the left hash, which is just like so odd, honestly. But like I said before, like kicking is such a mental game, and in all reality, it shouldn't matter which hash you're on or if you're in the middle or whatever. It's kind of like golf. If you just have a straight swing then you're gonna get a good ball. So.
And then the last question's for Eric. Defensive MVP, congratulations on that. I guess 12 tackles, 2.5 sacks, a lot of big plays. The momentum of the game really seemed to change when you guys got that 4th and inches stop in the third quarter. Can you talk a little bit about that play and maybe what the team was talking about prior to that? I know they tried to draw you guys off sides and you didn't bite. Just talk me through that play a little bit if you could.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, we had a timeout before that particular play, and it was just us getting on the sideline, getting all our checks together, and making sure we had an understanding of what they were going to try and do. We understood that they were going to try and draw us off sides because we had seen that earlier in the game. At the end of the day, we went out there and we executed the call that was played, and that's what gave us the ability to get that turnover. We consider 4th down conversions, non-conversions, to be kind of like turnovers because they don't get the chance to kick and get field position. So that was a great thing for us.
Thanks.
We'll close with Ken McMillan.
Congratulations, guys. Cole, a question for you about the pressure of the situation. Was your mind clear? Did you approach that kick with a very calm attitude, or do you like the pressure of having to come up with something big there?
Well, obviously everybody wants to be put in that position to be able to potentially win the game for the team. But personally, like in that situation, I try to, because each rep is an individual rep in kicking, at least, and I'm sure other positions are very, very similar. But it's kind of one time my high school coach talked to me about this. He said, kicking, like being a kicker and being a corner are very similar because you're on your own island almost. And each thing that you do is so detailed and everything like that. I mean, I've never played corner in my life, so I'm not really sure how accurate that is. Yeah, so in this kick in specifically, I was just trying to learn from my previous one to get into like the details of it. Like the first kick that I had missed, I looked my head up too early, and for me personally, in my kicking style, that caused my hips to move to the left, ending in me pulling the ball to the left. And so personally for this last field goal, I was trying to keep my head down in order to have that straight swing.
Mm-hmm. Eric, can you just talk about how you guys changed things up? Because Missouri was rolling on you guys in the first half, but you guys came out with a much better effort in the second half, and you didn't seem to be giving up the big plays. What kind of adjustments did you guys make?
Yeah, one of the big plays that they had during the first half that we were concerned about, and they were getting a lot of yards on, was kind of the wide zone. The focus when we came in for halftime was understanding how we defeat that play. What we came to an agreement on is just backing up from the line of scrimmage and allowing the play to develop before
us, especially as linebackers, getting downhill once the ball declares. So I think cleaning up our fits in that part of the game, I think that helped going into the second half.
All right. Thanks, Ken.
I have to take you through the emotions of the last two drives. You guys gave up 83 yards. Missouri scored the go-ahead touchdown. What did that feel like to you, and what was your thought about the offense going out in the field with the potential of pulling out the win?
Well, of course, as a defense, if the offense scores well, we didn't feel too great about that. But we had a lot of confidence in what our offense could do. Although it was a minute and 11 seconds left to go, we do a 1 minute drill every day before practice, and I'm very sure, and I know my teammates are very sure of our offense's capability to get down the field and score points, and that's what they did.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.
Cole, I witnessed the 62-yarder by Texas Tech earlier this year, winning over Iowa State. What did anybody say to you on the sideline prior to this kick tonight?
Honestly, not a lot of people tried to stay away from me. I think everybody knew I was trying to get locked in. But yeah, it's actually kind of weird. No one said a word to me the entire time. But I don't mind it. I like being able to focus like that. So, but I did watch that kick by Texas Tech, and he did a great job too. And that was an amazing ball. Everybody wants to be in that situation one day, you know.
All right. Thanks, Cole. Thanks, Eric.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, sir.